now to discuss the many, many questions so many of us have about the Idaho murder suspect, former FBI special agent and senior profiler Mary Ellen O'Toole. Mary Ellen, so good to see you again. Based on what you know,
One, two, three, four,
do you believe this was a targeted attack?
Well, I believe that if the if the injury patterns demonstrate that one or two of the victims were treated differently, just in terms of how many times they were stabbed, if there was post-mortem mutilation, something like that, then that would suggest that it was targeted specifically towards that victim or two victims.
It's clear that the suspect was careful in the attack. Do you think it's likely that he or she, I guess I should say, has committed other acts of violence?
I would say there's a good possibility that there are other acts of violence, not at the level that this is, but that there are other acts of violence. And it doesn't mean that the individual has been arrested for it, because the absence of a criminal record doesn't mean criminal behavior is absent. But to say that this was the first time anything was done would be hard to believe.
The individual has been arrested. Koberger, he's innocent until proven guilty. Police say that his DNA was found at the scene, although we're not exactly sure where. Based on what you know, does this seem like a logical arrest, a legitimate arrest?
It does, based on what they're saying about the DNA, yes. And it does make sense that in a crime scene like this, the offender is going to deposit their own DNA. It's very difficult to think, even under the best of circumstances where you planned it from beginning to end, leaving DNA at the scene of a quadruple murder is very, very likely, because blood is slippery and your hand, even if gloved, will slide down over a blade, and that's all you need. Or to have one of the victims scratch you and have human tissue under their fingernails, that's all you need.
Does this seem to you like a crime in which an individual got violent because a situation got out of control, or does it seem more like a planned mass murder?
No, it seems planned to me. It seems that there was effort and strategic thinking that went into it. And what is concerning for me, whoever the suspect ends up being, that there was strategic thinking during the crime. In other words, the person was not overwhelmed by what they did, but strategically thinking throughout the entire crime. And that goes to a whole different type of personality.
Mary Ellen O'Toole, good to see you again. We'll have you back to discuss this horrific case. Thanks so much. The Buffalo